Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So today we're going to be doing another viewer pick topic. So pick a card topic is the rest of your 2025. Thank you so much to Natalie Jade for suggesting this one, another Natalie, coincidentally, because yesterday also was a Natalie. So I'm going to be looking into the same areas that I did before, which is self, love / connections, any connections, and career or related areas such as finance and whatever else. Okay. The reason why I resonated with this was because I recently watched it myself, the initial 2025 reading, and I kind of saw that I was talking about stuff that happened around the mid-year, and so I was wondering if there would be new information that could come through today. Okay, so yeah, we're right about at the midpoint-ish. It's been a freaking tough year. So yeah, let's get into it. We have here the four, I guess these are hacky sacks. I'm not really sure. But I will show you each one. And before you make your selection, I did put below the info for personal readings as well as my new account on Keen. It's a site where you can call in or chat with the psychics, and I'll just leave that info below in case you're interested. And there's something else I forgot to tell you guys. Oh, and sorry if I stumble. I didn't really sleep this week. Okay, so the first group, this is group 1. I'll just call this Rainbow. Group 1. Group 2 is, I'll just call this Smiley Face, sort of. Group 3, I'll just call Alien. And group 4, I labeled it as, I just put the number 8, but I guess it could look like something else to some people. Okay, so please only watch this if it feels like it, if you're being called to it. Otherwise, it may not resonate. Otherwise, you can click off and watch it at a different time. Okay, so take as much time as you need. You can pause. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which I'll just call the Rainbow option. So let's get into it. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you, Rainbow. We're looking into the rest of their 2025, which includes today. I did not do a weekly guidance reading this past week, but I did do a June reading. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Okay. So Spirit, can we have a starting message, please, for group 1? Yep. So here it's talking about either rest or pause, okay? So obviously, if you guys are tired and burnt out or whatever it might be, please take a rest. I think that this is the perfect time to do that because we are right around the middle of the year. And I think that maybe a little nap won't do it, but having a little bit more time for self-care and rest, or like meditation in a sense of recharging and clarifying, I think will really do well. It will do wonders for you guys because you'll be able to recollect your energy so that you can set some new intentions moving forward. In my mind, I am seeing the card called Power and Intention. It's from a different deck. I actually saw it earlier. And I was feeling that for you. I think that if you do rest or at least pause and kind of reground and stuff, reset yourself, I think that what's coming next could be exactly what you want it to be, or at least it'll be intentional and powerful. So that's your first card. Okay, so let's get into the first category, Spirit. Now and moving forward, please, what energies are coming towards group 1 in the area of self? How will the rest of their year be for their self-development, and how will they be? Let's see what we've got going on here. You have 2 cards, actually I would say even 3 for balance. I think that the entire rest of your year is going to be, in the area of self, it's going to be with this focus on your own balance and development spiritually in that way. So being centered, balanced, clear, mindful, kind of like what I was saying here. And you will do very well. I do think by the end of the year, you will already be in a place where you want to be. I know how hard this is to do, so whatever it is that you're doing is really working. And if some of you are struggling to find what truly works for you, just keep going. You're going to find that either missing puzzle piece or whatever is your method, whatever is really resonates for your particular soul and being. So with the Two of Pentacles, this is showing a little bit more of the up and down initially, perhaps within the next few weeks. Not even few months. I would say maybe just for the next several weeks. If anything, it would go into maybe 5 weeks for some of you. But you are kind of still juggling a little bit. And also some of you are making decisions as well that you're trying to figure out if it should benefit you, or I mean, if it will benefit you or not. And eventually, if we're going into like week 6, for sure. I mean, that's the max I'm kind of getting, because it could be sooner. We are seeing the balance already. If we're talking about, let's say, health, like physical health, you're doing really well. I think that all it's really requiring is healthy habits and lifestyle on average, you know, because obviously it fluctuates. There is a lot of self-love here. There's a lot of connecting to and surrounding yourself with positive people. I'm going to pause there for a second. If you happen to be part of, because it's a general reading, so some of you this may not resonate, but if some of you have struggled with this, being around toxic people, negative people, I guess like complainers as well, like whatever the case is, this might be difficult. But this is showing us that you have achieved protecting your energy and putting up boundaries, and now you're even gravitating towards even more self-care and or alone time, or finding others who you can connect with that support you in a positive way, which will lead to our next category in a few. So wonderful job. So yeah, balance, definitely just so much growth here, so much strength, okay? I mean, obviously, again, like there will be fluctuations, but on average, you're doing really, really well. Here we have confirmation, because this is showing groundedness, this is showing taking one step at a time, stability beneath you. Yeah, I'm not getting any kind of like crazy fluctuations in any direction that it would be extreme. I am getting a bit more of the same energy here. You are in command of yourself, and in many ways your life, at least to the extent where you could control it. There are good habits. There's a good amount of physical health here and physical rest if it should matter, like that you need to take it easy type of thing, especially if you haven't been feeling well. There's a good structure, so again, it could be something about habits and dedication. So let me see what this is here. This is a little bit random, but the Three of Wands, we do have expansion here, but since this is self area, I'm wondering if this is a specific thing. In all ways, all of you are going to expand and evolve, and you'll be very happy with it. You'll be very proud of it. Some of you, if travel is relevant, even if it's psychic travel, like astral travel or something, there will be that. There will be more of that. There will be more traveling in all kinds of different ways. If it's not obviously like moving around or traveling to a new place, like for vacation or whatever else, the exploration is still here. There's going to be a lot of newness, a lot of growth. Some of you also could be mentally where you're learning something, specifically reading a lot of books, getting some valuable content in your brain. So that's cool. That's definitely cool. What else, please? And self, and then I think I might have to wrap this up because it's going to be a really long reading otherwise. There is just one thing that is not opened up yet. Let's see, Two of Swords. This could be inspiration. This could be, yes, good. So I was curious, and here it is. So we have confirmation here that something is still not quite open for you. I feel like November, December area is going to be relevant for most of you, 70% or so of you. And what we're seeing here is that something was not quite there yet and ripe in terms of a particular type of developments. This could be something with your inspiration, creativity, imagination, even professional ideas, stuff like that. But it's coming, and this is not a blockage at all. This is just that divine timing was at play. I don't think that this even bothered you after a certain point of acceptance. I think that it's not going to bother you either. If some of you feel like you're stuck and restricted in some way, you'll overcome that soon if you still feel that way. But this is good. This is showing that towards the end of the year, oh my God, this is intense. Around the time of December, maybe 4th through 8th, some of you, a fewer number of you, it'll be the week maybe after that. There is going to be some intense inspiration that is just like, how can I put this? It's just like, it really is blasting through, and it looked like it was a snowstorm or something like that. It was like I saw the winds of a snowstorm or whatever. That was odd. So that's coming. If you are someone who has been waiting for some ideas, some enlightenment, some inspiration, anything, that is going to come through. So probably it'll be I don't know if it's a psychic download exactly, but I'll just call it inspiration. That's coming end of year. Really exciting news there. Okay, so I'll move on to the next category, which is showing good signs, okay? So we have the area of love and connection, or please take what resonates here, because everyone has a different situation. Spirit, now moving forward, please, can you tell us what energies are coming towards them with love and or connection, just anything at all that they need to know. Good energy so far. There's a lot of continuation of positive for this first card, meaning that if you have friends, acquaintances, you talk to people, and it's nice, peaceful, positive, that'll continue. So that's really good, and that's not going anywhere. Now we have here the Six of Swords. What is the message for the... God, am I talking too fast? I really, my brain is half capacity right now. Let's see. Okay, so this one could be communication from afar. Spiritual communication from afar. Some of you saw that message in the first 2025 reading. There is a psychic connection that you're dealing with from someone from afar, a masculine energy perhaps. Someone who's kind of just sitting and waiting for some reason, okay? Obviously that won't resonate with all of you. In fact, I feel like it's half of you, so give me a second and I'll... this person's not really saying anything, but you're getting this message just so that the divine could tell you that it's still here, and perhaps there's going to be movement, but I don't know what your guides are also here too. Oh yeah, okay, we're confirmed. For some of you, more so if you want this, there will be movement within this psychic connection or communication. In what way, please? Thank you. Development, working on communication, development, and commitment. Not necessarily romantic commitment, but any type of like, hey, I'm going to be there from now on kind of a thing. Okay, that's all they wanted to say, or... This is probably something you've been waiting for a very long time. And that's assuming you want this to come back. I know some of you don't. That's okay. Don't worry. Disregard that. Yeah, you and this person have been waiting around, or not waiting around. You've been living your life. You've been doing great. But yeah, this has been slowed. But I do feel a shift. I can't really figure out if it's in the 3D, but the energy is going to really have a lift in it, kind of like a surge. Are they gonna communicate in the 3D in the rest of this year, whoever this is? The thing is, some of you, it may not be that for a lot of different reasons, but the thing is, what you can know for sure is that whatever is in your unique highest good, it will come through this year. But they can't guarantee it, only because it has to do with the timing of your individual situation. Some of you will be talking to this person, reconnecting with them by the end of the year. Others of you, if you're noticing that, you know, that basically you feel like there's still some things that need to be done, I think that it's still being worked on. But they're asking you to have hope for this. I mean, again, assuming that you want to talk to this person. Okay, so that was just for half of you. Now the rest of you, let's see, because again, that wasn't going to resonate for all of you. Spirit, now moving forward, what is coming towards them in love or connection the rest of this year, 2025? So there's going to be, yeah, there's going to be some activity here. We have socializing. There's some new socializing here that's going on just by the simple thing of reaching out, going to events, trying something new. So that's going to be a potential for most of you if you want that. That Six of Pentacles there is showing me that it's your choice. So if you do want to do new things, meet new people, go for it, you know? And I think that if you do have and maybe set a positive intention and not necessarily have much expectation, you just want to go and enjoy, I think it'll be really nice. What else, please? I don't know, these kind of plopped out, but let me see. Again, we do have new stuff coming towards you. It's not always going to be perfect. It can be hit or miss when it comes to, you know, like meeting people, clicking with people. But I think regardless, the overall energy will still be positive, and it'll also help to create momentum for more things to come through. Just be aware, like if something not so great happens, or if you meet a person that you're just like, ugh, right? Just try to release immediately what doesn't serve you and just keep going. I know it's easier said than done, but that is what I'm seeing. Any other specific energies coming towards them? People, connections, love. I think a lot of you are extremely finished with a specific cycle that you've been going through for a very long time. The number 7 popped up. I don't know why, but I just wanted to say that. Oh, interesting. You have 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. So a lot of you are just finished with some cycle in this area of your life where you maybe made you claimed some energy, you made some realizations, and for that reason, this particular painful cycle should stop in theory. I do feel that it will. But if you're finding that it's still something that you struggle with, continue that energy work. Continue to put in, you know, the work for that release and the intentions for new things, and it is working. It's ultimately going to work for you. So any other people or, you know, connections they need to be aware of? At this time, no one specific is coming through, so if you were part of that 50% I saw initially, that was a little bit more solid, but for the rest of you, it's not giving me one specific connection. It's several connections, if you would like. And over here, it is still showing this sort of degree of needing to I would say clear out energy. So if you're struggling with whatever it was, people from the past, your own kind of wounds, or again, patterns that you've had to go through, if you clear that a little bit more, you should be seeing some direct connection, that direct wanted connection to a specific person, but I'm not sure of the timing. So if it doesn't happen directly right around the end of the year, it could spill over into the first part of next year, but this is to be continued, so that's what I'm getting for now. But actually, let me just clarify. 3 of Cups, anything there? Because that is something. Some of you, it could be that you wanted to get back in touch with people that you already have, like on your contact list or whatever, like you, or you just happen to see again. So there could be that. There's nice conversation here. There's like a mutual support, but I am feeling like it's a little bit more platonic, in case some of you wanted it to be something more than that. I'm feeling it could be platonic or professional for a lot of you. And what else? And yeah, it's interesting. I'm getting, for some reason, a specific connection. This person, I think, already has some sort of established life, whether it means that they're older than you, or I don't know if they have a family or something like that. But there's some nice support here. So that one specific person came up for maybe, I don't know how many of you, but not for all of you, but that could very well be the case. And for the rest of you, like I said, it's more of either groups of people or new people in general. And I do feel you will choose to develop a friendship with at least one of those people, okay? So we'll see. Again, it's a little to be continued there. Spirit, now moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in career or any related areas such as finance? Okay, so we're moving forward here. Smooth energy, feeling peaceful and balanced. And it does look like there's good energy in a way of fairness, okay? Like being treated fairly or having what you need, essentially. Is there anything they need to look out for? This is directly related to if you need time off, because yes, that does fit with the message you got in the beginning. So yeah, this is talking about possibly taking some time off, or that, not to say that some of you will be made to take time off, but it is relevant here. So maybe there's going to be some kind of a random break or something like that. Career and job and finance, please. Otherwise, I'm seeing that things will continue. There's stability here. There's security. There's also opportunity too. There could be some little fun things that you want to get into with your work or career or life in that way. For example, if you wanted to get involved with certain projects or events or something like that, some exchange of ideas or something exciting. Nothing too exciting. It's not like anything, groundbreaking, but it's just something that you enjoy or you will enjoy, and I feel that many of you are going to get involved with that. That's if you want, okay? What else? What energy is coming towards them in career or finance or any related areas? Yeah, oh, I love this. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, again, we have balance, but this is better than balance. This is, well, I like balance, but Ace of Pentacles could be either an increase of money, so more money, or an opportunity. Again, please take what resonates for your situation, but with this one, for context, if some of you were looking for a new job or you will need to look for a new job, it's going to come. It's here. And in fact, your guides and angels are going to help you with this. So that's really wonderful. Others of you, if you are already working at like in whatever environment, like it could be stable or even unstable, it should balance out, or it should increase in some way, or kind of be more in your favor. For example, if you're working part-time and you wanted more hours, I see more hours coming through. If you're working, for example, a full-time job, there could be some random bonus that could come through. So a lot can happen here. This is in your favor. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're looking good. We're looking really good. So this balance energy, I think, is just the theme. That's what we started with. And that's actually why I start with the area of self, because I personally believe that our energy then creates a lot of our world, not all of it maybe, but a lot of it. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing balance. We're seeing good light, good energy, good flow. And when things are in flow, without that blockage, and it's this natural, rhythmic flow, that is life right there. The natural flow of things, and that's what's happening here. So it's nice because you know how sometimes we get in our own way. I think that you're going with the flow of things, with the flow of your guides as well, and you are allowed to make changes or create things for yourself, of course. And I think that your biggest power here is going to be your manifestation and intention, like I said before. So try that if you want, okay? So I don't know really if there's any tricks to it or like time frames to do it. Maybe with the moon phases you could do it. But you could do it through just writing stuff down or speaking it into existence, visualizing it perhaps, and I think it'll work very well. So, again, I couldn't tell if I was talking too fast, but yeah, that's what I am seeing for you guys. I hope that everything goes very well for you in the rest of this year, okay? So let me know if it resonated, and thank you so much. And if you'd like a personal reading through my Calendly platform, the link is below. But if you want to reach me instead on Keen through phone or chat, I'll leave that info below as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Blessings, bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the smiley face. So let's get into your energy. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, please, and thank you, smiley face. Group, what energies are coming towards them in the rest of their year? Please and thank you. What is your starting message, Spirit, for group 2? Just a starting card. I got a few words from this. I was looking for maybe just one word, and I think it's growth. Okay. I'm getting a bunch of different vibes, though, from this card. So maybe it's a bit of a split message. I think that maybe some of you have been working on specific growths of more tangible things, such as your finances or projects or even physical health. Others of you, I think that it's a little bit more of you've been really trying to protect your energy and kind of detach from other people and things that tended to, you know, create imbalances for you. And right as I said, detaching from others, I had the little gnat flying in my face. I don't know. That's weird. So I think that, yeah, there's a mix of emotions I'm getting from this card. So let's get into it. Spirit, now I'm moving forward. What energies are coming towards them in self? How will they be doing for the rest of the year, and any advice? Same kind of thing. We have another 9 here, the Hermit. You're really spending a lot of time alone or in deep thought and contemplation or in self-discovery. And it feels good. I mean, that is, I think, what many of you wanted and also needed, you know, depending. You will achieve self-discovery too, or let's say some discovery about something that you were, you know, trying to explore in terms of answers. Oh, and there we go. We have answers. Okay, so that's wonderful. You might even discover your own synchronicity soon regarding this, where you were thinking something, wondering something, trying to figure whatever out, and then boom, the divine comes through to say, here's your answer. And it happens very, very quickly. This is leading you to a really interesting space of a new beginning, but complete release. And like, you know, like a breath of fresh air. There's a sense of being reborn because it feels like this sort of innocence and joy. Some of you, this is random, but like a very small number of you, or like at least a smaller percentage of you, are going to be getting a new dog or I'll say a new pet, but I saw a dog. I just love when my clients have their pets come through the video sessions. I saw 2 dogs. I met 2 dogs through video this morning. So we have the Hierophant and we have the 2 of Pentacles. So this is interesting order here, because I thought that maybe you needed to make a decision, but with the Hierophant, I'm wondering about that now. It's almost as if the divine is figuring something out for you too, perhaps. Can we know about this? Okay. Yeah. See, I should always just trust my intuition, because this Justice card gives me the vibes of some kind of karma or some kind of energy balance, energy exchange even. Okay, so what does that mean? That's a good question, because I don't know yet. I think what's happening here is by this particular time we're looking at in the year, which is probably give or take a few months, right? I mean, obviously. I think that you're going to make a lot of different choices by then. I think that depending on your free will and your actions, it's going to affect the future of things. So that's why this could be a little tricky when we look into the other categories, because you're still deciding things. And therefore, the divine is still deciding things too. Okay? So no pressure or anything. Really, there's no pressure. Because I think that as long as you make decisions that, you know, feel right to you, there's really no way you can go wrong. It's more like if we keep fighting ourselves or fighting what's naturally in front of us, that it tends to cause strain and worse, actually. So I don't know. Sometimes I like to think of it as a GPS system, and no matter what turn we take that may not be the best course, we do get redirected. I mean, I don't know. That's just one analogy, but I feel like you're going to have some interesting turns in, okay, so where are we, in June? So yeah, this is like around 2 to 3 months or 3 to 4 months. I know that's vague, but this is really not based off of, this is based off of you and some other factors. Now here's the only thing you have to keep in mind here. That the reason why this is really not showing us much of the outcomes is because around the time where this ends up happening, you're not going to necessarily see the entire big picture yet. I just had this message yesterday in one of the categories, in one of the groups, and it said something like this, that you're not going to have all of the facts yet. And now you're getting the message again in a different way, if you did see it. There's going to be stuff that isn't revealed to you yet. Not in a bad way necessarily, but I think what I'm trying to say is you won't be able to make the decision right away because the situation is still unfolding, okay? So again, the only thing I can recommend is like to truly follow closely your intuition, even if that means you're delayed in any sense. This is going to be a truly step-by-step process. I didn't mean to trail off there, but it was a little confusing. Just know that you're heading in the right direction. You're heading towards expansion. You're heading towards new and positive opportunity. I do trust within you guys and your ability to use your intuition. I do feel like that's always something that you've been good at, or maybe you're getting good at it, and I think it'll work for you. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing very well. You have all kinds of new beginning energy. And over here, there is a ton of self-development energy, or at least, time spent well by yourself. I hope I just made sense there. If you watch the intro, I haven't really been sleeping. I don't know. This week has been crazy with some type, I don't know if it's planetary energy. The full moon was one thing, but I think something else happened. I think it was with Jupiter. I'm not good at that stuff. Spirits, now and moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in love and connection, or whatever is relevant. Thank you. Group 2. So what's going on here with the 9 of Swords? Someone is really worrying about something. Maybe someone here, whether it's you or someone you're close to, is worrying about how something left off, perhaps a lack of closure or something, kind of trying to work through some petty battles or conflicts. Spirit, what's coming towards them in this area of life? Thank you. Yeah, and for some of you, I do feel like there's this ending of the way of being before, whether it was with a connection with someone in any way, or it was really just more of the energy of the situations, maybe similar situations kept happening, and therefore it became this pattern or theme, but that should be coming to an end if you had to deal with some nonsense over and over again. Because a specific person is not showing through here, so it could have been an overall theme, but for some of you, obviously it is because of a particular person. Now as we move forward, what is coming towards them? We have Knight of Wands, Star. I do feel like something that you were hoping for is coming your way. It's at least getting closer. Yes, we are confirmed here. Let me see what it is, though. This is really wonderful energy. I don't know if maybe it's July or... I don't know, actually, because this is going to be different for everyone, but July was relevant for some reason for most of you. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is a few things. We have 3 cards in a row down here. Can you see that? Yeah, so we have 3 cards in a row down here that suggest some type of connection, interaction, harmony. It could actually be 3 separate messages. This one I feel is more obvious, but it does feel like friendship. This feels like a soul friend. This feels like a best friend, a childhood friend, a new friend, someone who feels like basically soul family, someone where you could talk to them for hours, someone where you're sharing creative ideas. So for a lot of you, that could come through, and that's what you were waiting for. Whether you already have met them a few times or not, this is going to come through. I don't know when, but it is coming through. Because again, the messages are varying because there's a lot of different situations and people watching. Let's go to this one. So 3 of Pentacles now is showing a little bit more of a situational energy. And what I'm seeing here is people are working together. People are collaborating. People are on the same page, bouncing those ideas off of each other and working towards a common goal. It literally does feel like there's actually, I think that's what this card is supposed to be. Architects or something like that. They gave me the word architect or even engineer, not maybe literally, except for a very small number of you, perhaps. It's showing that people are just working well in in synchronicity together. Is that, oh God, my brain is in synchrony? Okay, whatever. And then the 10 of Cups, in sync, geez. I'm so sorry. That's the way. Okay, so the 10 of Cups is here to show, I believe, family, okay? Because yes, this could vary. This could be talking about, you know, again, people who feel like family. But the good news here is that I am seeing a handful or more of positive family or quote unquote family situations. Let's say, for example, there's going to be an event, like, I don't know, a wedding, something with a birth, something with a birthday, a reunion, something like that. There's going to be more than one occasion where people are coming together and just having joy. That's good to hear, because that's not really what you always hear when it comes to family events. Yeah, people are kind of like elated here and just really celebrating something. Some of you, it could be like someone's anniversary, you know what I mean? Something like that. So these are 3 distinct messages. Take whichever resonates, because I mean, hey, it could be all of them for some of you. Yeah, okay, so that's really nice. Final message for this? No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, and it'll keep going. It's going to continue forward in a positive way, and I think that you are being called to just be open and also to invite it, you know, to manifest it, yes, but more so to be inviting towards this energy. Okay, so that's it for that area. So now with career, I'm really curious what you guys are gonna get. So this is career or job or finance or anything really, whatever resonates with your situation now. Spirit, now moving forward, please, what energies are coming towards them in career in the rest of their 2025 or related areas? Thank you. They did say something was healing and repairing, so that could be, I don't know if you had some struggles within your career, some struggles with your job itself, people at your job. Something is repairing. This also could be something having to do with your self-worth or self-esteem. That's also maybe repairing or elevating in some way. Some of you are going to be taking leadership or being called to take leadership. It could be as a whole in terms of, let's say, a job position, a new job opportunity, or it could be with something perhaps smaller like a meeting or a project or whatever. So that's something there. If you're looking for new work, then that's also included there, because I think that many of you are going to be seeking positions that are, you know, have more leadership in them, just as one example. There's also birth energy here, meaning the birth of new ideas or the birth of new excitement, enthusiasm. Okay, so with the Strength card, we are seeing the continuation of your strengths and talents and abilities, and something having to do with your hopefulness and faith. So in other words, it's continuing in a positive direction, and I'm not seeing any significant ending or beginning just yet, because it's just moving forward peacefully, which is always good, in my opinion. Career or finance, please, or related areas. Oh, some of you for a long time had to deal with not having answers. Maybe it was like a direct person, a direct situation. If it wasn't that, it could have also been illusions where you may not have known yourself the answers, like what am I meant to do? What is my purpose? Something like that. But in whatever shape or form you were dealing with that 7 of Swords, which could be illusion, deception, lack of answers, lack of the full truth, that is going to stop in September. They said September. For whatever reason, they gave me a whole month for you. I wonder what's happening in September. Some of you, it could be specifically September 7th-ish. Yeah. I always consider myself very lucky if I get anything specific in my readings. It's not my, my thing. So there could be something relevant to some of you with like a contract, or something more in terms of non-energy thing, like a logistics item, or again, it could, I mean, I guess it could be something legal in general, or more something, again, logistic and practical that is at play here. This is interesting to me. The Nine of Pentacles, I always feel, I mean, in this context, it looks like it's more money, like more money, more leadership, more opportunity, whether you're asking for this or it's being given to you without you asking for it, it's still coming through. If you don't receive it from your current set of circumstances, you could be going after this on your own by just speaking up for yourself, or by creating the opportunity in other ways. You know how like people have, they call it like a side hustle, but for you guys, I'm just seeing that you're taking initiative in whatever way you need to and want to. So with the Four of Wands, again, I am feeling that the conclusion of all this is going to be, you're going to feel grounded and secure. You're going to feel like, I'm safe here, and I belong here, and I can move forward now. Something like that. But that's a tricky card, only because some of you, it might be literally where you are now. Some of you, you'll have shifted by then, by maybe more towards November. But you'll feel this way, and therefore you'll know exactly what you want to do next. Okay, the final cards here, we have the Ten of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. From what I'm feeling here, your efforts and all of the things you've done, all of your responsibilities, all of the things you've gotten done will pay off. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I had said September. This feels like December-ish or November for many of you. Let me guess the date. It could be around, like, would this be the third week? Is November 22nd-ish to December 8th-ish? Whatever is that time frame. It's not going to be exact, though. It's going to be a range. Around that time frame, most of you will experience this, where your hard work will pay off. This could be with, if you have a part-time or full-time job, or whatever it is you do for your income. Others of you, obviously, it could be something like a business, or if it's not a business, this could be even educational. Okay, I'm sorry, I always forget about that piece, is the educational part. It's going to pay off. Maybe some of you are graduating or getting a certification or something. So bravo, whatever this is. Awesome. Any final messages of advice or guidance for group 2? Yeah, just keep going. I mean, really, like, this is good. Positive energy all around. Mainly because I think that you guys, I don't know if it's like you've really practiced this, but I think you've really mastered navigating energy, navigating your path, navigating essentially the ups and downs and life itself. You really have learned to adapt and to work around challenges. So that's really cool. Yeah, and for that reason, you're not stuck, like smooth sailing here. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say, it's not completely smooth sailing, but it's definitely doable. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for you guys. So I do hope I made sense, because lack of sleep does really make me fumble. So let me know if anything. If you want a personal reading through my Calendly platform, it's below. Or if you want to catch me on Keen through, it's like a call-in site and chat site for psychics, I'll leave that below as well. Thank you guys so very much, and good luck with everything. I hope the rest of your year does go smoothly, okay? I will see you next time. Blessings. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the alien one. Okay, so apologies in advance if I like stumble or whatever, because group 1 and 2, I did struggle. Lack of sleep lately, so I don't even know what I'm saying sometimes. So let me know below if I confuse the heck out of you. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Please and thank you. The alien group. What energies are coming towards them in the rest of their 2025, please, and thank you. Starting message for group 3. Okay, so with the Five of Pentacles, I'm not sure if you've had a specific struggle this year or lately. feeling cold, feeling like maybe forgotten about, feeling like whatever you were asking for hadn't been answered. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's specific, but what's nice is that this energy, whatever happened here, it is shifting almost immediately, at least from when you're watching this. For some of you, it could be around 2 weeks time frame, and I'm going to get the full picture of what's going on here. But, you know, I don't know if this is just me and me being hopeful, but I feel like the worst is over. I don't want to regret saying that because, you know, you never know. But I feel like this year was just so intense. And it does seem like when I say the worst of it, it's like the biggest challenges presented themselves like very quickly into the year. And I do think many people have been conquering those challenges. And so that is why I'm saying I feel like if we could do that, we could do anything. So that's why I feel like it's going to ease up. And I do have temperance here. So this is good. This is showing some kind of balance or peace, some quiet waters, which we really, we would need. We really, oh boy. Someone asked, this was great, in the topic suggestions box, and if you want to put a suggestion, just find my post. It's like 2 posts ago in the community section. Someone said something like that. They're like, when is this BS going to be over? Like, so we can just live in peace. And I put like the smiley face with the teardrop because I'm like, I would love to be able to say that it's coming soon. I just don't know the answers in that way. But what is happening? Like, geez. So the theory is, me and my psychic friends and spiritual folk, we talk a lot about this, and basically we can only just try to add light to the world, okay? That's how I see it. Let's try to add as much light and positivity and love to the world, because that will help. That will help the ultimate cause. That's what I think anyways. So here with, this is still with the area of self. You are, I think, especially with this Hanged Man card, I'm convinced that you are currently or soon going to be letting go of something huge that was a huge burden on your shoulders, that caused a lot of coldness, that caused a lot of pain, all right? This is something that essentially did cause or contribute to your feelings of paralysis or rigidity, or needing to control for things out of fear, let's say, feeling stuck, feeling criticized, feeling just not safe. You're going to be letting go of this. You're going to be freed from this. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy because this thing needs to go. This thing just, let's just, so you see what I mean? I'm hoping I'm correct when I say that the worst is over. Okay. We can do this. We got this. Confirmation here, 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Thank you. We have rest and replenishment, and then smoother waters, okay? Tranquil waters. That's the second time they said water. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but maybe it could be talking about cleansing or emotions. What else in self? Where are they heading? The Moon card is really a nice energy, which is different than my usual interpretation. Here, I feel a limbo consciousness state where it's almost like that feeling right before you wake up, right? But it's more than that. It's almost like, and I've never felt this myself, as far as I can remember, it's a feeling of between the lifetimes. You guys are going to be waking up and really discussing with your soul and your higher self and your guides and, you know, whoever, about the rest of your life. Oh God, that sounded so extreme. About your path, you know? You're going to be discussing this because you are realigning and reevaluating and being reborn in a lot of ways, because you want what's best for yourself. And I'm not really sure consciously how that translates, because Like, everyone has their own perspectives of why they go through what they're going through. But just please know that on a soul level, this is happening. This is happening in the background, and it's going to benefit you greatly. I can only guess that it's going to, like, basically you're going to be more in alignment with your path. And the key difference that I can tell you at least is that you're going to be working with your guides in a way that is more obvious and stronger and like basically more effective. So for example, if you express to them something, you're gonna see a direct response to that. But I will add that they will respond to it in a more obvious way and come through because what you're asking for is in more alignment with what they're trying to help you with anyway. So you don't have to think about that. Just know that you are aligning to something that is going to be in really good flow. Ace of Wands is coming through. I'm not sure of the timing, but we are seeing this uplift in your mood and energy and even your chakras. There's going to be this nice flow. It's hard to say if something in your environment caused this, though, or it was you that caused this and then it affected your environment. Whatever the case is, honestly, it doesn't really matter because it's happening and it's completely overtaking that sadness energy that was there before. So as you can see, this is a new life. This is a new path. You're going to get to make a lot of decisions. Now, this is August. Okay, so I got a little hint there. You're going to make, or at least have the opportunity to make a lot of decisions now. So if some of you are not used to having that type of freedom and autonomy, get ready for it because it's coming. So whether it's like, okay, you get to decide how you live or where you live or what you do for work or your how you spend your time, who you spend your time with, this is big stuff. I hope it doesn't sound pressuring. I hope it sounds liberating because that's how I'm feeling, is liberated here. What else for self? And then we'll move into the next category. Here they actually said a phrase. They said this is only the beginning. So we do have confirmation there. I think that's it because after this point, it's a little bit up in the air because you're going to be making all the different decisions. That will then create a bunch of different potential opportunities, and I guess you could call them potential timelines because it's going to create new events and new predictions that will come with it. So if you want to follow up with that with my pick of cards, you can just go back and look at any topic that resonates with you, and it should continue that energy stream reading. So we're going to now look into love or related categories such as, friendship, family, whatever. Spirit, now moving forward into the rest of the year, what energies are coming towards them in love or related areas? Thank you. Love and connection. Group 3. Alien. So at first, you're just kind of focusing on lifting your energy because it does feel like there was a lot of pain here in this area for you. You're lifting yourself up, meaning you're trying to get out of the worry or maybe out of your head, out of the negative thoughts, let's say, the stress. And then you do get out of it here with the Knight of Swords. I do get the impression that you're going to want to make new decisions here as well. And just, change things up for yourself, okay? Because here it was, again, quite stuck. This one, Queen of Swords and Page of Swords, similar energy. I think you're really focused on speaking your truth and claiming your truth, meaning this is more so about you speaking to the universe what you really want in terms of love, in terms of connection, how you want to be treated, how, basically how you feel and what that means for you and your future. What is coming, what is coming towards them in love and connection? Thank you. We do have conversation here. Let me try to figure out what this means. We have 10 of Pentacles. I do see you talking to someone here. What is this? Who is this person and what's going on here, please? Some of you, this this may not apply to all of you, but I do think that some of you wanted a reconnection with someone. It's hard to say what kind of connection this is, because it could be any. It could be friendship. It could be, it could have been romantic, but then you want it to be more so platonic this time around. This could have been someone that you had a falling out with. This could be a lot of different things, but I do think that it's someone you already knew. I do think that you probably manifested this or took action towards this. So this is you. Obviously, please take that as it resonates, because I'm not telling you to do it. I just think that many of you will end up doing this, but follow your intuition. So yeah, I do see you talking to someone here. It's going well. I mean, it's not kind of showing me anything past that initial conversation, because then that gets into a different realm where I may not be able to predict it if it hasn't happened. Well, who cares? But like, it's a long story. But with this 10 of Pentacles, all I'm really seeing, this is exactly what I was trying to say. The 2 of Pentacles, there are some things that affect the future. Like, for example, if we ask a hypothetical or if we haven't made the decision yet, it gets really wonky for me. So I don't like to get into that. So here we are seeing the same thing. This is provided or assuming that you do make the decision, because you may not. You might pull back from that. So I'm seeing, if you do choose to, that it happens. You meet with this person, you talk to them, you catch up on things, and maybe share mutual interest in some way, and just kind of recap and whatever. Again, I'm not seeing anything past that at all, because it just stops right there. The energy stream stops right there. If you choose to move forward with the person, you will, probably. And if they do as well, obviously, because you're still figuring that out together, I think, okay? Anything else? Anything, who or what, or, yeah, who is coming towards them? Anyone else? Yes, we do have some other energy here of, let's see here. Okay, so the Chariot, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. This feels a little bit like professional energy, work type of energy, but it may not be for some of you. This feels like there's a really sharp exchange of ideas that was needed. And it's almost not exactly like mentoring, but it's almost like consulting. But it, again, may not necessarily be work related, but that is coming through. And it's going to be an important part of the rest of your year in a sense of what it creates. It's, let me see what that means. Oh, okay. So, for example, if this wasn't work related, it could have been creativity related. It could have been more so, sorry, I got interrupted real quick. You guys got a work phone call as I was talking about this. It was just it was like a robocall at this point. But yeah, whatever is the reason for this, it's going to spark something new with regard to your creativity, or, I mean, it could be someone else's sort of passion project, for example, but I am sensing a very nice energy surrounding this, whether you're going to work with this person, collaborate together on something cool, or you have parallel projects, meaning like they're working on something and then it has mutual inspiration, then you work on your own thing. So this is good. I mean, I'll take it, right? Any other final messages for love or connection? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a broad message. I'm not getting anyone specific here, but I'm trying to get a hint as to who this is speaking of. This could be someone who is more so in the background, because I couldn't help but peek at the bottom of the deck, and we got the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So this could be someone generally who tends to be in the background of, I guess, your life in a way. Someone who has a very highly spiritual, high frequency energy type of a thing, or someone who tends to have a great depth of emotions, even if they don't show it often. Okay, so in terms of what's coming through, we do have the broad answer that there is going to be more joy. Some of you, maybe a smaller number of you, there will also be direct reconciliation if you want that, okay? Otherwise, I am seeing more balance, more peace, and just more joy generally with this area of your life. So a few interesting things there. I hope that, it resonates. I hope that whatever is meant to come through for you does come through, whether it was my predictions or not. Spirit, any messages for their career now moving forward? What energies are coming towards them with career or finance, whatever relates to their situation? So more answers are coming through here. You're going to have clarity. I'll just be blunt. Some of you are walking away pretty soon from a situation. Could be from the entire job or company, maybe the particular assignment you are working on or project you work on, whatever resonates. You're walking away and you're just like, no. So whatever clarity this is here in the Ace of Swords was very significant, because this was also something that resonated with your subconscious and your soul and something greater than what you're currently going through. All right. So what does this exactly mean? Can we have a little bit more information for that? Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. You are going to have perspective here. I was noticing a similarity with the two moons. You're going to be looking at things in a totally different way. That's why this is so significant, because this is connecting to an awakening. And I just got that just now as the message. So if you're wondering where you're heading, you are heading towards your victory. But it is going to look different for everyone here. So let's see if I can get some clues as to what's going on. Yeah, this is totally new energy. This is passion, new beginning, new chapter energy. The birth of something for sure in this area of your life. Okay. So some of you, this is talking a little bit more about longer term effects, which I think is going to be important and necessary because of the particular track that you're on. But that's not saying that you have to wait a long time or wait forever for this success. That's not what it's saying at all. It's saying that relevant to what you're building is like going to have this, you know, this long-term impact is kind of what I think they mean. For just this year, though. Interesting how I'm not getting actual pentacles, though. So I wonder why. I think it's because the rest of your year with this area of your life is really going to be transformed because of your energy and ideas and soul's development in your growth. So what does this mean for their tangible situation, please? So you guys got a nice little hidden message here. You got 999 in a row. Very specific there. If you happen to see 999 at any point for the rest of your year, I feel like that's the guides splashing cold water on your face. That's what they said. And again, we still didn't get any pentacles. We still didn't really see how this is affecting your immediate future, or rather immediate environment. So I think that whatever's going on currently within your job, career, financial situation, there is a chance that it may not shift too much out of its way. I mean, I'll still check for you. But I think it's because this message or this energy was much more powerful and needed to come through. But I really want to see if I can... I mean, I'm not getting anything bad. I'm not getting like a terrible thing of like you're going to be in, you know, financial insecurity or anything. So therefore, I feel like it's going to be status quo. I think it's just going to be sort of what it is. But in the background, a lot is changing. So please just know that even if you can't see it, a lot is changing for you. And it is going to absolutely be for the betterment of your future. And case in point, we have the 10 of Cups. So they did confirm with this card, you're not going to be able to see much of a difference. So If a lot of you want to see changes in your career/financial part of life for the rest of this year and you don't, I please just know it's because you're not meant to see certain things yet, but it is changing, it is getting better, and it is going to benefit the greater future for you. The final word about this, try not to worry too much. Try not to put your mind through all of these battles, and instead maybe try to transmute that energy into this, which is more self-reflection, more sort of meditating and gaining light, gaining enlightenment from all of the higher sources and yourself as well. I hope that makes sense. Final message, advice, please, for group 3. Thank you. I mean, you are already putting in a lot of the work. You're already putting in all of the work, and the divine is on your side, okay? The divine is not blocking you or holding you back, and you are not being held back. It, again, has reasons for why it looks the way that it does. So just keep going. Keep working on small steps. Keep just focusing on what's in front of you, because it will benefit you to just take those small steps in being present. And then you also won't have to really constantly worry about the future, okay? So group 3, I hope I made sense, because again, I kind of get lost and, was a little confused here and there. But yeah, I hope that this all made sense. I do hope that it helped, it resonated. If you'd like a personal reading instead, through my Calendly platform, the link is below. If you want to catch me on Keen through live call or chat, I'll also leave that below. Thank you guys so much. Good luck. I really hope the rest of your year goes well. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Thank you, and sending you many blessings. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the number 8, or I don't know if it kind of looks like the infinity sign. So let's get into it. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, please and thank you. We'd like to know the rest of their 2025 energy. Spirit, do you have a starting message for a group 4? Lots of clarity, lots of answers, lots of knowing and feeling right about things. So that's, I think, wonderful news. Spirit, now moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? How will they be doing their self-development, stuff like that? This is an interesting way to put it, but they said, you're going to be figuring out who you are. Yeah, I guess that's where this type of clarity will be extremely important. You're going to be figuring out who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go. And I don't think that it's going to be pressuring. I think that this is going to be, I don't even really have a word for it, honestly. It's going to be new. I think some of you are going to feel like you're being reborn and finally choosing your truth. That's how I felt it. Yeah, that feels right. Spirit, what's coming towards them in self, please? Okay. For some of you, you may end up specifically discussing some of these big topics with either a spirit guide, an ancestor, a psychic connection from afar, or anyone at all who you trust. Because I have the moon, the world, and the 10 of cups. So this is like, I don't know why this is so profound, but this energy doesn't feel like a regular conversation at all. Okay. This feels like comfort, and it feels like home, and it feels like I think it might even be an astral thing. Like it could be a dream, an astral sequence. One of the other groups kind of got a hint of that too. But yeah, there's some really interesting psychic thing going on here that I can't put my finger on. Why did this show through, please? There must be a reason. I think it could simply be that somebody here was afraid to do this. And then when they finally stopped being afraid, all they found was light. That's really beautiful. They found light and hope. That's what I heard there. Okay, what else is coming in self? This is a very powerful energy too. This doesn't feel like just worry and anxiety, which is what I usually think of when I see this card. This feels like a long overdue grieving process. Okay. Yes, you'll get through this. Yes, you'll heal from this. But when it happens, it's gonna. Okay, I'll just warn you. It is gonna be overwhelming. It is gonna be. It is gonna be very intense. Nothing you can't handle. But I want you to look out for this. I want you to. This is not a warning, but this is to be in preparation of this. I think that many of you, in some ways, might have invited this because you were ready for this. This is only going to happen if you're ready for it, okay? And it is showing this huge wave of release of energy, specifically of emotion that was suppressed or repressed for a long time, okay? Now, as someone who has done this type of healing work and even inner child work, I mean, I guess I'm just kind of used to it, but some people, if you're not used to this, I recommend that you really let yourself get this out. Ideally, it could happen when we're, have the time and opportunity, like if you're by yourself, you have your privacy and stuff, if you're doing it through either meditating or writing or however. Really let yourself get this out. I really felt that. You need to get this out. This is something that has, oh my God, and I just remembered something. I'll tell you in a second. This is something that you've been needing to get out of your system, from your soul, from your blocked chakras, from your subconscious for such a long time. Now, I'll tell you something real quick that it might be relevant to you. Going back to dreams, there might be more than one dream relevant to you the rest of this year that is not just a dream. It's very important. I don't know if you guys already write stuff down, but it'll be helpful in terms of dreams or like, signs and stuff. But I'll just give you one example. And I find this fascinating because I've had recurring themes in my dreams that were symbolic dreams, basically, of I think my dreams were trying to show me that I had specific blockages. I'm not sure if it's within a specific chakra or even it's called, I think, the Earth Star chakra. I don't know too much about that, but the reason I'm telling you this is because recently even I had a huge symbolic thing tell me that maybe even I was becoming unblocked from that deep level. And I'll tell you how I know this. It's a little kind of gross, but in the dream, the blockage was represented by a clog in a bathtub. I don't even know whose bathtub it was, but I was unclogging it or doing something to it and maybe cleaning it. And then, okay, it's like kind of gross, but like I had pulled out this huge gross clog that looked like it was there for years. And I don't want to describe it because that's a little too, but it was this gigantic clog, and the dream kind of cut off and ended before I could see the water flow through, which probably is something in itself. I tell you this because I want to show to you the power that dreams have, because they're showing us what's in the subconscious that we normally maybe couldn't see. Also, it could be speaking of your actual energy blockages that are clearing, and your dreams are proving that. This is going to feel great. This is going to feel like that unblocking. What you do with the rest of it after that is up to you. You get to choose. You get to, sort of wake up in a lot of ways. Okay, very beautiful. That it's like a lot of you are going to feel like you've been given a second chance or something like that. Final card here. Well, they gave you two. We have the Lovers and the Six of Swords. Okay. So we're still in the first area of self. At least that's what I think I'm in, because I forget. You're moving on. You're moving forward. There's a lot of peace. There's a lot of self-love. There's a lot of harmony. Self-love that you probably never were able to feel before. So good for you. You did it, okay? You're doing it. I don't know exactly when this is happening, but this is happening before the end of the year. Okay, yes. Now, in terms of the next category, it's any connection at all. Love, friendship, family, we'll see. Spirit, now I'm moving forward into the rest of this year only. What energies are coming towards him in love or connection? Thank you. Okay, so we have three here. This is odd because it's a little bit of a mix, but the overarching energy I'm seeing, and probably you see it as well, is blockage, is heaviness, right? You have the 2 10s here where there's just like so much weight on you or someone. And then here it does to me look like direct blockagey type of cards. And then here it's pause, okay? 2 possibilities of what I think this could mean, and take what resonates. The 3 of Cups could either mean that this is regarding some kind of connection, could be friendship, could be something, you know, more, I guess, like casual. And it's showing that something's really not working. It's showing that maybe you tried or they tried, but it's not going anywhere. And you do feel that. You do know that. Okay, now for maybe a smaller number of you guys, this could involve something like where either it has to do with, I don't know, third-party involvement, whether it's you or the other person you're involved with, or if it's not third party, it could be indicating some connection that doesn't fit you. So for example, let's say that you're in a connection with someone, but someone else is on your mind and in your heart. It could be like that as well, okay? So we are seeing, I mean, this can't really lead to much of anything, right? So let's see if we have a clue as to where that goes. Let's see. With the Page of Wands, I feel like you just want freedom from whatever is going on here. You're not taking action just yet, but you are thinking about it. You are going to be thinking about, how do I want my future to look? And it worries you, I think. It worries many of you because you're just like, how is this, you know, even you're asking, how is this supposed to continue? I like, it just doesn't seem possible. It doesn't work, you know? What else? It's like you want that new beginning, that new opportunity, but it's just, I think what might be blocking you, if you are blocked from this year, it could be this. It could be some illusion. What's the illusion, though? What is the illusion? Well, it's not exactly an illusion, but I think that there's a chance that some of you may need to hear this thing. Some of you might have an imbalance or even blockage within, I would say, your crown chakra, because that's the one that connects us to the divine. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is that you're still going through this illusion or experience or lesson for a reason. And the final thing is that maybe some of you are just not ready. You're not ready. And you know, that's something that you'll have to eventually choose, I guess. Okay. Page of Swords is showing us that at least things are clearing up, but it's still keeping me in suspense as to what happens. Ultimately, this can go one of 2 ways. Either there's some peace and even repair that you experience with someone you're connected to that could be someone outside of your current situation, or if it resonates more, it would be your current situation person. So for example, if you want to fix, if this resonates, if you want to fix a relationship or a friendship or whatever, that's what this could be representing. If others of you come to the conclusion that it's not for you, then I'm seeing that perhaps there could be some repair with someone else, whether it is someone from your past or someone new. And I guess if it is someone new, then it would probably be repair or peace within yourself. What else is coming towards them with love, connection? Here it's showing that things are strengthening, but you are going to have patience for this one. But what is there an outcome we can know about? all I'm really getting here is that there is potential for some movement forward for you and a person or situation to move forward and to kind of just keep going and to not be blocked. But it's still kind of out of whack. Something is not fully aligned here just yet. I don't think. Although I'm getting the impression that that could change. Someone here is still really struggling with their inner fears, maybe like whatever, like the shadow, something like that. And this is actually, now I'm seeing, it's causing this repeated captivity. So I don't know if that's you or someone near you or in your energy, but that is the reason that this is not moving forward. So what's the final advice for this part? Thank you. So on the one hand, some of you, it could be that someone needs to either give or receive truth and communication, like almost like you're a guide. Some of you may need to sort of guide someone energetically. Others of you, it's that you need to continue to receive guidance from like your spirit team or your higher self. Work with your higher self, and if it resonates also, you can work with this person's higher self too, and then we'll at least see what is potentially the outcome here, because this is not clear yet at all. But I have a hint that someone here will receive the clarity that they need. That's the only hint that they're giving me. I know that was a little confusing. I hope it made sense, at least in the first part. Now, the final piece we'll look at is the career and finance aspect of life. Spirit, now and moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in career, job, finance, any related areas, please, for our group 4. Thank you. So maybe some of you or a lot of you are dealing with some nonsense or chaos or conflict right now, and there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of blockages, and you're feeling quite stuck maybe. Okay, let's see how it pans out here. So again, with that Page of Wands, I feel the same thing I felt before, that you just really want freedom. You just want relief from, I guess, these patterns. What's coming towards them in career, please? Related areas as well. I think you're specifically tired of not having enough and just always feeling that lack not in only financial ways, but like just even in your needs, spiritually and emotionally, mentally. I do feel like the ending of that cycle is really, really close. It could happen maybe in August for a lot of you, if not, give or take, because it kind of just depends. So yeah, this cycle should be coming to an end. So that's relief to know. So what does that mean that after that, what's it gonna bring? There's going to be a lot more room for financial stability, for comfort, and just for feeling better generally. There's going to be more room for this, they said. So what does this mean for the 3D aspect, please? I think that in terms of the 3D stuff, it feels like it's going to be a lot more relaxed, better paced, more restful even, depending on how that, ends up resonating for you. And then we have here the Ace of Pentacles. This is really nice. I feel such a good, more like, it's a slower vibe is what I'm getting from here. And so when I say slower, it's because I'm kind of comparing it to this. It feels more chaotic, right? So here it feels relaxed. It does feel like a new opportunity. It does feel like, for example, if it is a new job, if that resonates, it could be something like a low stress job. I'm kind of feeling working more so, not completely by yourself, but it's more like there's a lot of responsibilities that you end up just kind of having to do on your own. And a lot of you just would happily take that, you know, because maybe before it was just too much. What else? I feel like in terms of stuff that you have to learn and responsibilities and whatever, that's also much less, you know. It's just something simple. It's just simple. And that is something that I think you've been needing. Okay. So if it's not that context, it's still the same thing. That, let's say you have what you need and it's just not such a huge hassle or headache. Just general positivity there. Any other final messages for career and finance? What's coming towards them rest of this year? Yeah, I mean, this is also showing us this openness of opportunity for your future. So if this energy here in the Ace of Pentacles is not necessarily what you want long term, I am seeing you create that. I am seeing you be able to take steps towards that as well. Kind of like this, you're aiming towards that and you're feeling good about it. So that must mean that you're going to have traction towards the end of the year-ish, or whenever. It's kind of hard to say when. And then, oh my God, this is beautiful. I love how they put the Fool and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so we are confirmed here. This Ace of Pentacles calmness or whatever opportunity is going to help so much because it freed up your mental space. It freed up your energy from this. Look at all that. You don't need this. So this is going to really, help to free up the space within you. It's almost like you cleared your hard drive or storage space within your energy and it left so much more room. And so all I'm seeing here is growth. Okay. So growth, taking steps towards your happiness, taking steps towards your freedom or more of your freedom of what you wanted, and then ultimately being really happy with what you created for yourself or what you found, what the universe provided for you, I should also say. Yeah, so that's wonderful. Final message, please, for group number 4 in the rest of their year. Final advice. Thank you. I mean, group 4, I know you're used to seeing this card by now, probably. This is transformation. So sometimes, you know, whether we like it or not, we do have to go through this card. I still stand by what I said before. I do feel, I hesitate, but I should trust myself, I guess. I do feel like the hardest challenges are over. I really hope that's true. At least for a majority of the collective. I do think that the hardest challenges are over and we survived them. I mean, we really, really did. So if you could do that, you could do anything. You know, if you could put up with whatever you just did and overcome that, you can handle anything else that comes your way. And I just want you to hold on to this. This is where you belong. This energy is so good and so worthwhile, whatever you had to go through, and you'll get there, okay? I mean, of course, like I like to focus on positives. It gives hope, but it's not like wishful thinking. This is something that's coming towards you on your path, okay? So group 4, I guess I'll leave it there. This was quite a reading. I hope I made sense. Let me know. I hope that it resonated. I hope it was helpful. If you want to see any of my other pick a card topics that could continue some of this stuff for you, please check those out. Only if they call to you. But if you want a personal reading through my Calendly site, I'll leave the info below. If you want to catch me on Keen, it's like a live call-in site for like you can call or chat with the psychics. I'll leave that info below. Thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I really hope the rest of your year goes well. Okay? Blessings. Bye.